You guys, I just
No
can't.
chance.
I just can't wait for the official show to start.
That's what? That's a penalty. It's a penalty. I suppose to FIA. Oh yeah? Did that go well, did it?
There is so much potential for this show. I'm pushing hard for it.
Of
to
what,
be
sorry?
commissioned. The Norris and Albon show.
Norris Albon show? Oh, we're pretty good, I
I
think.
think it'll be excellent. Got rave reviews in
Yeah?
Australia. Yeah. We can work on it. Concept
Oh, because we
document.
did the interview together.
Yeah, post-race.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, you were wonderful together. Still are. So some upgrades this weekend,
Yep.
and there's a particular focus on your brakes. I thought that issue had kind of been solved. So what's this
Honestly,
one
I don't
about
even
now?
know what the difference are with the brakes. Everyone's saying there's
Carbon
brakes.
fibre elements in them this weekend, and that's about as technical as I'm going to get.
Okay, I literally got no idea then.
Okay.
I didn't even know we changed anything with the brakes, so maybe that's an issue. Yeah. Good to know. I'll find out in a few hours. I mean, I don't think there are any issues with there aren't any issues with the brakes. I can say that. You know, we've not been struggling like we did in preseason testing at any race this season. But I'll ask the team. I'll ask Andreas and so on what the differences are. But I don't think it's too much in terms of actually driving. I don't think like how it feels when I drive will be too different. Of course, things are to do with weight and just giving me more grip. So hopefully that's all I feel.
Where are you in terms of understanding the car at the moment, and how does that play into the upgrade element as well?
I mean, I think we've been understanding things very well. It's a different challenge when you bring upgrades. Like I think we know, let's say, a good baseline, but always with new parts, sometimes you got to change the setup a little bit and change how you approach things. So I think that's just our job for this weekend, is to put it in the car and try and figure out as quickly as possible how to optimize everything. Because it's not as simple as just putting on new parts and you just go quicker. You have to change things around and change the setup and things. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we just put it on the car and it goes miles faster. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
simple tactics. Well, good luck this weekend. I
Thank
won't
you.
delay you because it's quite soon now.
I know. I'm chilling. I need my lunch though.
Very quick, yeah.
Thank you.
Change. Max, considering where you were after the first race and that retirement, you got 3 out of 4 wins. You must be pretty pleased with how things have been going recently.
I think, of course we had our misfortune and retirements, but overall I think we've always been really competitive anyway when we were running, and now we're just trying to catch up really, and that's what we'll continue to do. Of course a lot of teams are coming with quite a few upgrades on their cars, so it's going to be interesting to see how competitive all the other teams are going to be, because from our side we're not bringing anything. Just over a positive weekend. Hope, of course, to fight for the win again.
How much of a threat do you think Ferrari will be around here? They were struggling pre-season.
They're always, so far every single race weekend, they are there, and it's really fine margins, to make the difference.
Great stuff. Good luck this weekend.
Ultra.
Hey Sebastian, happy World B Day. When you look at Aston Martin and you look how different the car looks here, is that the kind of thing, the changes that the team needed to make after a difficult part of the season? You need to try something quite different.
Only time will tell. It looks very different, so we will be looking forward to see how it feels and take it from there. So there's lots of stuff that we need to learn and understand in the beginning. So this weekend is mostly about understanding and learning, because it is different. So, obviously we believe that this is a better direction for us.
What's the atmosphere like in the team, and how are you enjoying the challenge of trying to keep everyone motivated in a difficult start to the year?
It's very exciting. I mean, as you can see, we were just able to bring lots of new parts to the cars, both cars, and it's been a major challenge and a major push from the factory. So, well done to all the girls and boys back there. And now we're very excited to see what it does on track. But as I said, we can't expect miracles straight away, but we believe it's the better direction. So we are confident, and therefore the spirit is high.
Great stuff. Good luck this weekend. Hey Mick, we're about a quarter of the way through the season. How are you feeling about how things have gone so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the pace that we had isn't reflected in the results. Obviously there's more to come, I'm sure, and I'm just looking forward to this race now.
no upgrades here, and some teams have got some quite big packages. How much do you think that's going to impact performance for you guys this weekend?
I think it's okay. We still have performance in our car as it is now, so we're still trying to exploit that and trying to understand it to the maximum. So yeah, even if teams bring updates, you never know if they work. So that's also one criteria to keep in mind.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Hey Esteban.
Hey Lawrence.
Alpine have had a strong car, evidently, all year. Do you feel though that you guys just haven't quite got the points you probably deserve?
Yeah, I think we were very fast on the single lap. Definitely, it's been the trend this year. We've qualified fifth for quite a few occasions now, but it's so tight that not much makes a difference. And there are other cars which are quite quick as well. For sure, we could have get more points if we put it all together. But yeah, this weekend is going to be a good time to do it. I guess we are going to be working quite a lot on long runs, understanding how to get the cars further ahead into the race. But yeah, if we can qualify well as well, that's going to be a good one.
You obviously know this place really well. Is it the kind of thing where you slip into the rhythm very quickly and you can focus on performance quite quickly?
Yeah, I think so, and I've prepared on the simulator as well. So I mean, I cannot be more prepared than that. It's a track that I've came here for the first time 2011. I finished fifth in 2017. I qualified fifth last year. So it's too many times fifth, but hopefully, if we get fifth this weekend, that would be a good one.
Great stuff, good luck, thank you. Hey Checo, I know you know Barcelona very well, but how much does it hurt to miss one practice session ahead of the weekend?
Yeah, it's obviously not ideal, but it's going to happen to everyone this season. So hopefully I'm able to minimize the damage, get up to speed quickly in FP2, and put everything all together come Sunday. That will be important.
You've had a really strong season both on Saturday and Sunday this year. Is it something to do with just these new cars? They seem to suit you, or have Red Bull just given you a car that kind of fits a bit more with your style?
Well, I think it's a bit of a combination of a few things, that we are able to, we've been really close working together. It's our second season together, new generation of cars, so everything has changed a lot.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Charles, lots of expectation around your upgrades. What do you think they'll bring to the car?
Well, yes, we've got a few new parts on the car, which I hope will help us to be back in front of Red Bull, especially in terms of race pace, because they were stronger in the last two races. But we'll focus on ourselves, take this first day, try and take as much data as possible, and hopefully we'll be enough to be in front of them.
And what do you think the challenges are going to be this weekend for your car, but also for you personally?
Yeah, it is going to be very tight, as always. It's been the case since the beginning of the season, and it will remain so until the last race of the season, I hope. But we need to push, and I really hope that those upgrades will be enough.
Good luck this weekend. Home race. How's it been so far?
It's been great. I mean, so far so good. Just enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the support. Weekend that I'm really looking forward to and enjoy.
You've got the talent. You've got a car now with upgrades. What's the missing ingredient to get that win?
That last bit of speed, that I've been missing in the first 5 races, but that I'm sure I'm looking for it, and as soon as it comes out, we're gonna have some fun.
Ooh, do you think we can have some fun this weekend?
Sorry?
Do you think we can have some fun this weekend?
I always have fun in a Formula 1 car, but even more if it's a Ferrari, if it's in front of my home crowd, and it's a race-winning Ferrari.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
It's going to be feedback. Does this make you fly? Does this make you much more tense?
I think it makes me more comfortable because this is a race that in the past I've always done well. It's always been.
Hello.
Hello, George.
Hello.
How has the preparation for this weekend been on your side?
It's been good. I think it's been a really interesting week of learning for the team. Miami was a key event where we had a few different things on the car, but we enter this weekend and everybody's bringing upgrades to the car, and we just need to see who's found the most performance.
And off the back of this weekend, have you kind of mapped out the different directions you could go in?
Yeah, I think so. I think we will exit this weekend knowing for sure we need to probably go in this certain direction. Hopefully the path we've chosen for this weekend will be the path that we stick on, and we can just build off this, but there's no guarantees. We're always learning, and we've got a lot of time to find, and we're behind the game at the moment compared to Ferrari and especially Red Bull. I think they look in a really strong position, but I've got faith in the team around us.
Well, good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Was it you updated the car?
No.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well. You've been up to some nice things since Miami?
Sorry?
After Miami, up to anything nice? Been away?
I'm always up to something nice and
I know.
interesting, and so. But no, I mean, I was in New York, so.
Lovely. We can only dream of the life you live, Lewis. In terms of options on the table at the moment, what are the potential routes that you guys are going to take with the car?
There's lots of options. There's lots of different things we can do. Lots of different things we can cut out or add to the floors, and we're just using every time we get in the car, every lap, as a test bench to try to understand where we are and how we can move forwards. And it's been a challenge to try and fix that. But every time I arrive, I'm hoping that we've got closer.
And just finally, I wondered if you had bought Valtteri Bottas's artwork of him with his bum out. He's been selling prints for charity. Have you bought one? Will you buy one?
I didn't even know he had bought one, but is that the one I'm in with him? Or
Maybe you were there superimposed. He's in the mountain stream.
Yeah.
Would you buy a print?
I would, yeah, for charity, for sure. I didn't even know it was up for sale, but I think it's a great photo. And it is one of the best photos I've seen, actually.
Love it. Have a good weekend, and I hope it goes well with the upgrades.
Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, it's a long session. Don't worry. What are the challenges at the moment? Where's the car getting away from you?
It's just not as fast as some others, So if we were the fastest, I would say, the car's pretty good, but it's all relative, and it's just, now, overall, grip and load, I think we're still obviously trying to discover and learn with these new cars, and everyone's brought updates this weekend, or at least most teams, and that's kind of an accumulation of what we've learned in the first few races, and so I think this weekend should bring the field spread a little closer, a little tighter, if everyone's kind of done the math correctly, and hopefully that means we can just be better, closer, and fight more towards the front more often.
Great. And then in terms of the upgrades that are on the car, have you driven the sim with that setup, and what does it tell you?
Yeah, I have. It told me that stopwatch was a little better, so yes, that was good, but I don't want this to be pessimistic, but let's say conservative. You still need to try it and prove it out on the circuit, and so I'm not going to say, we're going to be, half a second quicker straight away. We need to see how it is. It could be better, it could be worse. But also, even if we gain a second, if everyone else gains 1.5 seconds, then, it's relative. But so far, it felt like it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Fantastic. Well, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
This is such a historical track. We're doing a track. If you could change anything on this track,
Hola.
Hey Fernando, how exciting is it to be back at a home race with what is expected to be a sellout crowd?
It is very, very special. We have only once in a year opportunity to race at home and in front of our supporters, and hopefully we can put a good show for them and give them a good result on Sunday.
At times the cars look very strong this year. Do you guys feel like you're getting on top of why it's strong on the Saturday and probably not so strong on the Sunday?
We have some ideas, and I think in Miami we went a step in the right direction, because on Sunday the car felt much more competitive already. So let's see. We want to have a run of consecutive races in the points from Barcelona onwards, maybe 8 or 10 races in the points, and for that we need to make perfect Sundays, and we want to start from here.
Great stuff. Good luck.
Fernando, as the car progresses, do you feel the potential?
Thank you.
Hey Valtteri, When you talk about being relaxed in the car, how does that kind of translate into extra performance? Do you generally, when you feel in the car, do you feel like it comes more easily?
I think it would be a long discussion if we start to go to the exact mental effects, but I think in a nutshell, if you do any skill sport, if you're fine within yourself, within the surrounding, comfortable with your tools or machinery, you perform better. And it's such a sensitive sport that it's quite easy to try too hard in a way, or if you let the pressure get to you, you can see it on the stopwatch. So I think it's just a combination of everything coming together, and I'm truly enjoying it at the moment, and that's obviously good for me.
How are you feeling about this weekend? It looks like you guys have got a massive upgrade.
Feeling good. I mean, we have good upgrades, and the job today is to find out how it works, and if it works as expected, hopefully we can be stronger than in Miami.
Is it kind of the situation now where you're always targeting top 6? Is that kind of where you guys are at the minute?
I think it has to be now, yes, absolutely. I was fighting for 5th place for the most of the race in Miami, and we clearly want to make progress, not to go backwards. So, yeah, that has to be.
Okay, so good luck.
Thank you.
Hi Joe, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Not driving an FP1 with substantial upgrades on the car, so how do you sort of manage your weekend accordingly?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be maybe a little bit more difficult than usual, but I think experience already in race 3 or race 4 in Imola for me was doesn't really change much the approach, because Imola maybe was even more difficult, because now a track I have better knowledge with and knowing more, a track I started together with 2022 season with Alpha. So I think missing FP1 of course is not the best, but I feel like if there's a FP1 session I want to give away, that will be definitely on the top of the list, because everybody knows this track pretty well. And then with the upgrade of the car, we have Valtteri to have a feeling of the back-to-back compared to the last few races, so it will be nice to hear from him after the session.
And what have the engineers promised in terms of increased performance from these upgrades?
Yeah, I mean, I think the upgrades is going to be improve our weakness, and especially I think Barcelona, where you have to do most of the team bring upgrades, as we saw, and it's a track has a lot of high speed, and you really need to have a good balance, good downforce, good way of setting your car to be fast here. So I think everything looking promising, because it's very similar direction as the one we brought up in Imola, which put us in a much better window compared to, like, for example, Miami. Maybe as a team we struggle a bit more. So I think it's finger crossed will be work like what we expected in simulator, and
What do you, when you have to pinpoint that weakness you mentioned, what is that still?
For me, it's just more like high-speed corners for us. In general, as a team, that's I think the main part against our main competitors. And I think every upgrade we bought, it was helping that, and we was getting closer to the main rivals. So hopefully that's the same direction as the last upgrade we got, because it's pretty a powerful one I think this weekend.
Fantastic. And in your own language, please. Thank you so much.
Okay. 这个礼拜其实我觉得依恋虽然不是我开，但是我觉得如果把我一次的机会给库比卡的话，我觉得我会选择在西班牙站，因为这条赛道对于我们自己包括我个人而言还是很熟悉的赛道，所以我也很期待从第2节练习赛可以试一试我们新的一些升级套件。虽然我没有全部的升级套件，但是我觉得总体来言比起上一站或者前几站肯定会有一个速度方面的提升，那么我自己也要确保在驾驶各方面做得比较精准，然后早点可以适应排位赛的这些单圈节奏吧，然后我也很有信心这一站可以比之前要好的很多。
That was amazing, thank you. What was the first word you said? It sounded amazing.
I forgot.
Chingly or something.
I forgot what's the first word.
Like
Sorry.
It's a lovely word.
I can't remember what I said.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Lance, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Very exciting to have such a brand spanking new car, really. When did you guys make the decision to switch the design?
Well, over the winter we had 2 philosophies that we developed. We tried the first car, the first part of the season, and we haven't been as competitive as we wanted to be. So there's this other philosophy of car that you know we had on paper, and you know it was a big flat out push for the whole team to get it here this weekend, design, manufacture it, and you know get the car to Barcelona. So big thank you to everyone. You know it was really tough, and you know we're pretty short on spares and all those things. So it was flat out to get it here this weekend, but hopefully it goes a bit better.
And the choice then to bring it to Spain, is that because you were running some tests on the sim and realised actually the performance was much better?
No, it's not that straightforward. I think our last car in the wind tunnel on paper was, you know, good, but on the track it just wasn't. You know, it had its weaknesses, and we know the areas that I think we're limiting us to go quicker, and this car hopefully gives us a chance to set it up in a few different ways and get some more lap time out of it.
And just finally, to have two car designs running in parallel like that obviously costs some money. Does that mean you've slightly kind of shot yourself in the foot in terms of development further into the season, because perhaps a lot of money's been spent on having two potentials?
I believe we're in the cap, and you know it's all been planned out properly, so I don't think so.
Fantastic. Well, good luck with it.
Thanks.
I know everyone keeps asking about the new car.
It's only the biggest trendsetter in Formula One history.
I think Lewis takes that one.
No, you've just taken the crown. Alex, what's been going on this weekend? Can you just tell us what you've been doing?
You make it sound like the way you looked at it and said it, I was like, what are you doing to your hair? Well, Lando's going to do it next. That's what he told me.
Would you, Lando?
I would never do this to my hair.
But
you wouldn't?
He's gaining
Have
performance.
you ever had highlights?
No. I'm not the cool kid.
Yeah, I'm the cool kid.
Yeah, I know. Obviously you are.
No, it's great. You know, we made a bet in the team as well to if I got points, we would dye red hair. And actually, it's, you know, we had the salon. I don't know if you've seen that. You haven't come, which is a bit of a shame.
I'm worried about that on my hair.
You have. It will be like pink.
Forever.
We've already dyed a girl with blonde hair, and it turned out pink. So it's a nice look, and it's not. Mine's permanent. You know, a good few months.
Take you right up to November. See
Exactly.
you through the season.
Exactly. I told them plan it for Abu Dhabi, and then we're fine. But your one will it'll fade away in like 3 days.
Oh, okay, so it's quite quick.
So it's quite quick.
Okay, I'll consider my options.
Okay.
The nice thing is, just watching you guys do the dyeing of the hair and everyone chatting about having the bet and the points, it feels like the team's in quite a lovely place at the moment.
Yeah, you know, I think there's a great energy in the team. There's been a great energy in the team when I first joined. And you know, I think we started the season not where we really want to be, but we've got points out of it, and you know, we're improving. It's clear to see the results coming in, and it's just a cool thing. You know, there's a great energy. We're dyeing our hair red. Hopefully, it just gives motivation to everyone to do it more and get redder and redder, or see where it goes.
Well, it's fantastic, great cause. In terms of this weekend, obviously sitting out FP1 with Nick taking your seat, how much is the car going to be different this weekend? So how does that impact your Spanish Grand Prix experience?
It's different. It's not like a major upgrade like you've seen on some other teams. But we've got some nice updates. It's more towards just the circuit itself than towards, let's say, a whole different floor or anything like that. So we've, on paper, it looks like a good performance increase, but then at the same time, there's a lot of other teams, you know, with bigger ones. So we'll see where we are. Our updates will come a little bit later. But for now, we're just going to maximise our package.
Where do you sit during FP1 when you sit it out? Will you be on the pit wall?
I don't know, actually. It's my first time doing this, so I'm not sure where I'm going to go. Maybe on the pit wall, see if Jost's hair's still staying. I did hear he used like 2 shampoo bottles last night to try and get rid of it, so maybe it's gone by now, but yes.
Oh my gosh, okay, well, good luck this weekend and enjoy FP1 from the sidelines.
Thank you very much.
Surely there'll be something to learn, I imagine.
I hope so, thank you.